We're joined now by a Democratic member of the Texas State House, John Bryant, who's in Illinois right now. Representative Bryant, thanks for taking the time. Governor Abbott is saying that Democrats are running from this fight by leaving the state. What's your response?
Well, we're actually fighting the fight by leaving the state. The Republicans have an 88 to 62 majority in the Texas House, and the only way we can stop this bill from passing is to prevent them from having a quorum and bringing it up. So more than 51 Democrats have left the state in order to prevent them from having the 100 members in attendance that they need in order to pass the bill.
You all knew the threat of arrest could be on the table. Now the governor is threatening to expel and replace you and your colleagues as well. Do you expect the governor to follow through on that threat? And what will Democrats do then?
Well, he has no power to do that. In this lawless era of Trump, I'm sure they will attempt to do whatever they can dream up, but he does not have that power. Even if he did, I think we would stand firm. All of us would be reelected. The public doesn't support this idea of a president calling a governor and telling him to redraw the congressional lines in his district in the middle of the decade in order to help the president win a majority or keep a majority in the Congress. That's not the way it's ever been done. It's not right, and the public doesn't support it.
Are you worried about arrest? Is anyone there worried and trying to get back home?
Well, we expect almost anything from the right-wing extremists that now run our country and our particular state. I don't think that's likely to happen, but it certainly could happen, particularly if we were in the jurisdiction. But we're in Illinois. We're outside the reach, I think, of the House Sergeant at Arms. And for now, anyway, we're happy to be here. We're happy with whatever the consequences are. I mean, we want to protect our democracy from Trump. We also want to protect middle-class people from Medicare cuts, Medicaid cuts. I'm sure Social Security is next, and from higher prices due to tariffs, also from the transfer of wealth from the middle class to the billionaires through these tax cuts that are creating historic deficits for our country.
So you said you're happy to deal with whatever the repercussions are. Are you prepared to be arrested?
Sure, we are. But let me point out to you, millions of Americans would like to be able to directly fight against President Trump. We have the unique privilege to take him on right now, and we're glad to be doing it. Our obligation is to our country, not to holding office, and certainly not to doing what a man-child president demands of our governor.
Of course, the governor would argue, and he, I'm using his words, says Democrats hatched a deliberate plan not to show up for work for the specific purpose of abdicating their duties of their office and thwarting the chamber's business. He's arguing you're not doing your job.
Well, that's the governor talking. Our governor is an empty suit. He does what Trump tells him, and he spouts off slogans that are prepared for him by his public relations staff. He's not a substantive leader, and we expect him to do whatever Trump tells him to do. But to respond directly to what you just said, our duty is to use whatever parliamentary tools are available to us, and breaking a quorum is one of those tools. And it's the only one that will stop Trump from getting his way, redrawing all of our congressional lines and picking up 5 additional Republicans to try to ameliorate the losses that he expects in the midterm national congressional elections.
Texas State Representative John Bryant, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.